Alright guys, I am back here, Puka back here, and let's just introduce our awesome players here, because this series has been pretty entertaining in my opinion. Spawning in the top right hand corner as our awesome yellow Protoss, it will be Breach, because this guy's awesome, and in the top left hand corner as the purple Terran, it'll be Seriosity, and the map is god-awful Fighting Spirit, and with that, everyone should know my current status on this map, as it is the worst map ever created. Rose of Dream, man, I respect that you're map maker, the only map maker for Brood War, but that's still currently around. But you made the single worst map ever created. I mean, you make good maps, but just this one. You managed to make the worst map ever possible. Easy third base, you made a new meta possible, and I'm just not liking this. Alright, anyway, so, I was like, it didn't change up the overlay a little bit. So everyone knows my little pet peeve about this map. Just because I cast it so much. It dates all the way back to iCup Clan League, which is about, like, probably 8 months ago now, or something like that. And I spelled Jade wrong, wow, I spelled Jade wrong. Anyway. Fighting Spirit. Oh, that didn't work. Alright. Alright. Alright, so what do we have here? Seriosity's opening up with the standard thing, might be doing an FD push. Probably just gonna be Siege Spirit, as he's done that both other games. Okay, if you guys are going to argue that there are other maps with as easily third bases as this map for Terran, just no. No, this map is just the easiest third to ever take. No, there's no argument. I am not having this discussion. Never. Yeah. Anyway. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, so Breach is still doing the standard stuff. Gonna get range, probably throw down another gateway, do 2-gate. Goon, I mean, I wouldn't... When he played standard, he won. When he died, when he went off track with a, a really odd build order, yeah, he lost. But I'd even say, though, if he does another, like, Proxy Starport again, I wouldn't say he's gonna lose, just because looking at the damage that was dealt to Seriosity to begin with, I mean, he lost, a good, whatever, like, at the end of that harass, like, 11 units were killed. Not really sure if that was just pure SCVs, Marines, and tanks and stuff like that. But units, nonetheless, that were killed off. I would probably have to see more games being used to see if I would really have a valid opinion on it, but it seemed interesting. It seemed effective. It just, the Breach, I mean, he even admitted himself that he suicided his army twice. And he was definitely more of like a 2-base all-in-ish than... Yeah, pretty sure what I'm saying. But I'll just be interested if he can do the same thing. I mean, last game he did, game 1, he won by doing a 2-gate. The only thing is, this isn't Heartbreak Ridge where you can kind of just go into the main base and do a lot of damage. This has a ramp. It's not a flat map. It's Fighting Spirit, so it's just it's like the most difficult map to do stuff on, I think, other than Fighting Spirit builds, which means Protoss takes 7 bases, Terran stays up at 3 bases, and then just kind of goes on from there. I hate this map. It's the same build order. It's the same thing every game. And it bothers the crap out of me. However, though, I think every game has that map. Because... Oh, I mean, StarCraft 2 has Daybreak. That's been out for like a year and a half now or something like that. I mean, every match it was pretty much, the same thing as Fighting Spirit. It's not. I think it's a more interesting map, but that's just my own opinion. But anyway, enough of that tangent. Let's actually get into this game because, well, it's important. And Seriosity isn't fully saturated, I don't think. He only has 2 guys on Geyser. Oh, why is that? Is that the build? Is that the build order? Oh, ni hao, QQ384603533. 3343 353. That guy's Chinese. Hold on. While this engagement's going down, because it's pretty important, gotta admin him. Going to admin. Yeah. Wait, I didn't. Wait, he didn't admin? Yeah. Cool. Any Chinese dude is required to be a moderator on my channel. And Breach is just gonna go for it, and he might. Is he gonna break the meta? Is he gonna kill off a 1 base Terran? Wait, is this gonna work? Can he do this? Can Breach kill off a what? Why are they bugging out? No! 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 No, no. Oh, why? What's happening over here? I didn't see this. Okay, so never mind. This game is actually man, I think I've moderated way too many people. Alright, but I apologize. So let me stay a little bit more on task here on the mini-map. Pretty much what has happened here, we have a vulture run by that happened, killed off around 7 probes in general. And Breach has set up a contain right now, where this siege expand has failed. I think it failed 2 out of the 3 times that Seriosity's done it, so Breach is really good at killing that off. An issue that he has is that there's mines in this base where he's going to have to get that obs out, and that's exactly what he's going to be doing here. 2 tanks are out, though, but can Breach just go in here and kill him off? There's nothing here. Oh, this is really bad. He might get this tank. He might just barely get out of there alive. Just will. Losing about half his HP, but man, that is a big blunder. We have more vultures getting in here. Doing another vulture run by getting around 4 probe kills from that engagement here. And we do have a proxy factory here, still continuing to rally units. That's how he's getting those vultures out. If you were wondering, I was wondering that my own self right there. And Breach, oh, this is tough. Breach is kind of out on the map, but it's so early that he doesn't have so many units at his front door to defend, and he's not so far ahead like last game. Oh, and look at this. He's actually rallying them down in that bottom corner so they're not going to get spotted. Very well done by Seriosity. I like that. But it looks like we're going to have the reposition of the buildings here to make this artificial wall, which is going to make it very difficult for Protoss to engage in the mid-game. And this is kind of where we get our 3-base Terran versus 7-base, 5-base Protoss. Because Protoss have really no way to really effectively kill off this Terran at all. Unless the map is just right, and especially on Fighting Spirit where the choke points are just so narrow. Terrans are really safe. But anyway, a couple idle probes for Breach right now, but still have 2 gates. So, do we have another Stargate transition, or do we just see a standard game? Because this one, I mean, Fighting Spirit, I guess you can carriers will. I know this map enough that I can say this. Carriers on this map are pretty much, you have to go around the edges of the map, otherwise they're really not that great, because these edges are really good, but otherwise you can't really use them in the center of the map. Awesome. And going up to 3 more gateways, looking very similar to game 1, where he just kind of took that second base and really started to get that 6 gateway count up. So Terran's, taking that natural. I don't think Breach could really do anything about it unless he really did a lot of damage. Did find this proxy factory that will probably get it if he micros his goons around enough. There's no vultures to try to intercept those goons at all either. We do have vultures trying to get it in their way into the natural, but that did get deflected as well. And, oh, this actually, oh. No, he's not going to be able to get this. Oh. Almost got 2 vultures for 1 goon. Here's Citadel coming up right now. Definitely Breach is a player that doesn't like to get leg speed up super quickly. Generally because you don't need it super quickly, but yes. I've never really found that actual timing to hit the I just don't know the actual timing for this Citadel. Actually, I've seen it like 12 minutes. I've seen it all over the place. So we'll have to figure it out. We'll have to figure that out. Breach is trying to establish his 3rd base now, of what it seems. A little bit. I mean, I generally say that this base comes up around 9 minutes standard play on this map. And I hate that I kind of know the rough timings of all these bases because I've watched so many games on this map. Like, Ninazurk, like, I'm dead serious when I say you need to, like, get rid of this map, like, in your tournaments, because I hate this map. So please, get rid of this map. What's going on here? We have an observer. 3rd base is going to be established for Terran as well. And Breach is looking, he's going to try to apply some pressure here, clean up some minefields as well. This will just clear up vision, which is something that Breach is doing really, really well. More mines are going down in the bottom right-hand bases right here, just to know when those bases do go down here. As Protoss isn't really going to want to take this base, because the benefit for Terran is that they can defend this base while they're attacking, so it actually helps them out a lot. But, oh yeah. And, I mean, I guess the same thing could be said for Protoss, but even still, like, I don't say the same thing. But 78 supply to a 111. Protoss is really far ahead in terms of supply, despite them both being off the same bases. Seriosity has a good amount of idle workers, 46 probes to 46 SCVs, so this is actually pretty even. In terms of workers, getting up to the starport now, going into the science level transition as well. We're this is probably going to be a 6-fact build, maybe get up more. I never really genuinely know how many factories a Terran can really produce. I've sometimes seen 6, sometimes I've seen like 20. I don't really know why. I guess it just depends on like if you want a high vulture count or if you want a lot of tanks, I guess. But anyway, I honestly just hate Terran versus Protoss on this map. Anyway, but Seriosity though is just going to be in a little bit. I feel like a little bit of an issue. Just because his 3rd base is so far delayed, and the reason why 3-base Terran is so powerful is because you get that 3rd base up so quickly in this map. That's why 3-base Terran is so powerful, and then you can get those upgrades and you can push a lot quicker. I mean now, Breach is gonna be at. His expansions again haven't been super. He hasn't been aggressively expanding as some other Protosses have. But also Seriosity is a good player and he's active with his vultures all over the map. That I don't know, because it's been a lower econ game, and I just don't like where Seriosity stands at this point, because this 3rd base is so delayed. I'm not gonna go say he could have gotten it earlier because I wouldn't know, but just that third base timing, because his main base is only gonna be mining for what, maybe 2-3 more minutes at max, and then it's just gonna be mined out. Then it's gonna be down to a 2-base economy again. And then he can't really afford all the... He can afford the same things because he has the same minerals that you would have in the 3-base Terran as earlier on, but you're not going to have them as fast, which just allows more, I guess, say, more maneuverability for Protoss to do whatever they want. We saw, like, the 12-minute Arbiter timing. He's getting the last upgrade in the Tribunal now for increased starting energy. It may finish just in time for the Arbiter to finish. Probably not. I don't think so. But Arbiters do take quite some time to come out here. But, man, I mean, Breach does not like to take a 4th base. It just does not aggressively take expands on this map. I don't exactly understand why. But I guess just so he just doesn't lose to Terran, I guess. I mean, that's totally fine. Terran definitely looks very, very strong right now. If you just look at like the purple on the map, it's so dense with purple. But there is a heavily supply lead of 175 to 140 at this point, an upgrade advantage pointing to Breach, or no, they're not. Never mind. Equal upgrades. Do we have double armory? We have a single armory getting +2, second armory getting the armor right now, and we have double forge as well. So, and just one armor has finished. So actually, there is an upgrade advantage now for Breach for this time being right now. But both players are really, really going strong in the upgrades, which I really, really do like. So look at this. A perfect pylon wall. That may lead to a vulture drop if he decides to make a dropship. And look at that, immediately getting at the dropship because he saw the pylon wall. And because then really when this happens, so the pylon, you generally want to put like a pylon wall but skip 1 so you can reinforce your own units there. But if you have enough cannons, I guess it's totally fine. And excuse me. Transferring probes can also make it in there as well. And double expanding here. But this Breach's Protoss reminds me a lot of Terran just because he's kind of taking this base as soon as his main base is completely mined out. Which is kind of what Terran does, where they mine off these 3 bases. And again, it kind of leads to itself as well to the 3 basing Terran as well, where you want to mine out these 3 bases and then move all your stuff to another corner of the map, which then you can just continue to reproduce and blah, 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 blah. And, yeah. And with how late this 3rd base is, that switch is going to be very awkward because he'll have to keep on to this 3rd base while he's in the bottom left-hand corner, if he gets that far. But here comes the drop play into the bottom right-hand corner. There will be cannons and stuff, but with the addition of the tank, though, it might be a little bit different. Oh, look at this. Swooping around. You might be able to clean up all these vultures there, and that's going to be a lot of supply. But hopefully it doesn't run into all these spider mines, because that would be very unfortunate. Look at that Arbiter doing 5 damage per spider mine. So cool they are. Look at how big that army is. All right, vultures are going to be coming. Oh, look at that. Zealots are actually doing a pretty good job cleaning this up here. More vultures are going to just try to get their way through pylons, but man, it takes a while. Oh, that spider mine did not help all those vultures at all. A little missed rally right here, but at the same time, we do have this drop happening over here. Let's see here. What are the kills? 1 kill, 2 kills. So not too much damage. Nice reaction by Breach on there. And the whole army of Breach comes back here. But sadly, the goons will not be able to get through the pylon wall as they're considered large units. Or I think anything but small units can get through. Or I know. Are vultures large? Are vultures considered large units? Are they? I think they are. I think vultures, because then, and zealots, I don't even know. I don't even know how walling works in this game. I'm not even gonna try to attempt to understand. All right, I'm gonna have like 2-2 momentarily. Get rid of 2-1 probably of Terran. Yes, he will. Has Seriosity immediately begun those upgrades again? He started +3 yet, not +3 armor yet though, or +2 armor, excuse me. +3 attack, not +2 armor yet. And here we go. We have Seriosity pressuring right here. This is going to be really nice for Stasis, though, or Storm, So, what's the energy looking like that? So he has enough for 2 Stasises on that single Arbiter. Not a super high Arbiter count either. That's just purely preference of how many gateway units you have. I'm also looking at the probe count. Very low econ game for as long as this Fighting Spirit game has been going on for. A 20-minute Terran versus Protoss, man. Like, woo, crazy. So, what's this? Some more gateways, okay. I'm also wondering what the gateway count for Breach is, just to figure out what his reproduction capabilities are. He's up to 10 gates, not the 32 that I've seen sometimes on Fighting Spirit. How crazy that can be. But, that's a lot, like, that's just like a big spider. I was thinking of it like meching Terran as like a spider web, It kind of just branches out a little bit. That is going to be tough to break. Ooh, what do we have here? There we go. Another drop light going down here as well. Does have a tank on here, which will probably bring it up here and do a siege. And this is actually going to be really annoying. Really kind of keeping Breach from really attacking. It buys time to maneuver this mech army a little bit better, in better position. But it's going to have to come down to the engagement here. Really has shut down a lot of mining time that really would increase the bank of Protoss. Not to say it isn't super high right now. I mean, it can produce probably 20 goons at a time if you like to, but with the current bank. But yeah. And this is annoying because the majority of his reproduction is going to be out of this choke point, and Protoss never wants to be on choke point when that happens. Them sending up a couple of Zeltra there to clean up the minefields. Facing not so much right here. EMP does go down though, and oh, look at the baller stasis field, and oh no. But there is a good amount of mech still left over. Will there be enough though? The Zealots are probably going to have to be the real issue though, and I think the Zealots are going to be able to close the distance right here, really kind of be able to shut down this mech play. Going to be D-Majorsing 2 of the tanks right there, but so much DPS from Breach's army, and that should be able to clean up this army though. There is a nice spread on the tanks though, but with the high amount of, because of the initial high amount of Zealots, was able to do that. But we'll get a couple of vultures and tank kills for free. And again, with like the 10 gateways he's off of, he'll reproduce very quickly. You'll watch the supply number increase dramatically very quickly with each new wave of Protoss units. Surprisingly, even supplies. But the way you look at Terran versus Protoss is like that's fine. And chat's saying that he doesn't have. I mean, he had a 2K bank. He had a 2K bank, and he's definitely not in the most optimal position as Protoss. But what I'm trying to say is like he can make a new wave of units and probably max out at this time. Like because he still has like a good amount of bank left over. He's just not producing out of these gateways. Don't really know what he's doing right now. 15 goons is a good amount. And what I was trying to say though is, other than chat trying to shut me down because they're mean, like Protoss is like would kind of want to exchange units. If they could throw away, you know, their whole army for like 50 supply of mech, it might not be cost effective, but with a bank, with a super high bank, Protoss can just remax. And again, his Breach, Breach is not looking too great right now, I would say, because he's only have a 15 gates and his bank is like now gone. So if this army, this new army of his, doesn't kill off Seriosity, he's in a lot of trouble. Breach is going to be in a lot of trouble. And there might even be an upgrade advantage right now for... No, he has 3-3. Okay, so 3-3 versus 3-1. Probably starting to get armor. No, he's not. I don't know. I mean, he's starting to lose his forges as well, so he has like this one like ball of units right here, but maybe a recall might be the best option, or just take these bottom left-hand bases. Again, Breach hasn't been the potential downfall to Breach's play is that he just doesn't get bases that far. Like he double expanded, but when did that happen? 10 minutes ago, possibly 8 minutes ago. Oh, hallucination right there. Too bad I didn't do anything, but we have the center base being established. Oh wait, we might have a recall. We have a recall. Any recall? Oh, he does recall. Kind of in the middle of everything, but gonna be throwing that immediately right here. But that wasn't the great sweep recall, and everything just dies immediately. I mean, like he. Oh, double recall. Okay. Awesome, Breach. Breach is trying to do everything he can with the limited amount of resources that he does have, that he put himself in the scenario for. They clean up all the tanks right now, and it's going to be really hard to get reinforcements here. It's forced to reposition here, but there isn't... I feel like a part of the reasoning for recall is not to do a total recall, is what chat's calling it. But the problem, though, is when you do that recall, you generally want to... You force Terran to do a reposition. And then you can kind of come in there with another part of your army and kill that off. But there's no other army. Whoa. Oh, I didn't see this. I didn't see this. I didn't see Breach had carriers. Again, you're gonna have to really go against the edge of the map to really deal with that. And he's killed off both armories, I believe, so no Goliath production for him. And what are the upgrades looking like? All right, I mean, these are going to be very powerful carriers with +2 already, guys. So it's going to be pretty powerful, but is it going to be enough? Breach does like this carrier transition in this matchup. When are we going to see these carriers? These awesome carriers. These awesome carriers. How many are there? There are 9 carriers. You put up a random turret, and this middle base is gonna get killed off. Dude, I can't tell. It's been so long. DTs are now. This is like a late game. All right, cool. So desperately trying to repair that, but it doesn't work. Where are the carriers? Carriers are going to be trying to come up here and defend the base here because he probably wants to save his upgrade. That's kind of the whole reason why. That's so many tanks though, but they're completely simple. GG immediately when he sees the carriers. Wow, Breach will go on to the round of 4, and I think generally, or at least what people were saying. Woohoo! I think chat was saying that Seriosity would have won. I was a fan for both players here, but Breach is looking good. Breach is looking good. That definitely something to improve on. Maybe the bases or something like that. The aggressively taking expansions, because he plays. I mean, this might just be Breach's style, but I mean, he did not take many bases that game at all, whatsoever. Kind of at the skin of his teeth. Definitely, Terran had an option to do a lot more damage. Probably, but because of this transition to carriers that I didn't even see, because Fighting Spirit's so huge, and also another reason why I hate this map. Yeah. So anyway, it was unscouted. He saw it, and that's what chat's saying. So I'm kind of taking what they're saying, collaborating with me, and bam, bam, bam. Breach is happy. I'm happy. Seriosity is not happy. I'm not happy because of that. But anyway, that will conclude this series, guys. Thanks for watching YSL. Peace, guys.